I haven't done a floral like this in a long time. Maybe at the end I'll do a quick pan. I've got some florals that I never really finished, but I kind of give you that idea of it in the back and on that wall. And I just had this feeling that maybe a floral might be kind of fun. I don't know. This is what happens. I get kind of like, it's not that I'm not bored of the bears. I'm not. I love them. I love them. In fact, I would make more bears. But I've committed to doing a bear on that really big piece. But I'm not really set up to do that big piece yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Need to do it outside, I think. Anywho, so here I am like, well, what am I going to paint? And I really, really, really want to paint. And it's like, oh, well, let's just... let's do some base layers, and then eventually those will end up being a floral painting, which, you know, is one of my favorite things to paint is florals. And so, and I haven't done that with you, I don't think. I don't think I've shown any of that kind of work. So I'm just going to open some of my paint up. It needs some base layers, like this needs some base layers before it can become a floral, which is part of the process, but let's see what we can get in there. I'm thinking a floral in a vase is where I'm going, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? This is a sort of an unplanned painting. Like, okay, I have a general idea that I want to do a floral, but I'm not really sure what I want that to look like. I'm gonna open some of... Oh, I'm opening it all. I'm opening it all. Why not? It's kind of fun. I work with such a limited palette that it's really not that much to just kind of open it all. See what we got here. See what we got. Okay. Not all of it. I didn't open all of it. Just opened most of it. Just open most of it. Okay, so I know I want some more green. So part of the problem with doing a painting like this, so because it's not really a planned painting and I'm just painting somewhat intuitively, and those of you who said I was an intuitive painter are like, yes, I knew it, I knew it. But part of the problem when you're painting intuitively is that you can't let your cools and your warms blend, because if you do, what will happen? They will just make mud. So what I'm doing here is just making some marks. You actually, a floral, for those that don't know, if you haven't painted a floral before, you actually need more of green than any color. And so what I'm going to try to do is put down different shades and shapes of green. You need green for leaves, you need green for stems, you need greens for all kinds of things. So what you see me doing here is just quickly trying to get some greens on the second base layer. So the first layer of this painting, I wrote a dear letter to love, which I've shown, and I'll put the video up here so you can see what that process is. I did that. And then I just did a quick, like just some color, just to get some color over that. And then now the process will be, in fact, it might all only be the only thing that we can do today unless I stop, is just to add some green. When I first started doing florals, I would forget this step. And so then you're trying to add green later from your base layer, and it's really hard to do, actually. It doesn't look right because you're adding it too late. So I am adding it now. And by the way, this is a mix of, I can show you, let's see. It's a mix of this blue-green, this very dirty yellow. This is a Azo yellow medium, and then I went ahead and also added some ultramarine to that. So different shades. I'll probably add some white too. So I'm trying to get different shades of green in this underlayer. Different shapes, different textures. Not doing leaf shapes. You can see that. I'm not trying to force a leaf shape yet. I will force a leaf shape later, in the second stage of this painting, which will be next video. I will force leaf shapes. But right now, I'm just trying to get green as the second layer. That looks about right. It's a lot of green. That is a lot of green. That's great. That'll all dry. So we'll let that dry. While that dries, just since I have all this paint out, I'm just going to grab a canvas that has a base on it, and maybe we can do some layers of a painting on that too. So this will dry. You'll see this next video, I think, and we'll really start that floral. But I have, I think if you peek through here, I have floral there and there. Maybe you can see those. Unfinished. Unfinished. But I have this. We worked on this together. And let's just put some color down. And then that way we can, yeah, that'll be like another painting. And who knows what will happen to it. But let's go ahead and do that. That's fun. I have all this paint open now, so we might as well like use it, right? And no rhyme or reason yet, because I'm not sure what this will be. This could be a floral. Maybe I'll get in the mood and I want to do several florals. Maybe it'll be a, a teapot. Maybe it'll be, who knows? But this is usually the way I work is to create some sort of underlayer that then I work on top of. That's what we're doing here. And this is Pyrrole Red. I'm just trying to do some shapes, some color. Do love that. I love that color. I'm going to grab some of that titanium white. Yeah, that's nice too. Remember, this is new for me. This is this golden titanium white. It's a color that I would often mix, and I finally realized, oh, I don't actually have to mix it. I could just buy it, which was like a revelation to me. Like, oh, I could just buy this color. Right, okay. great. You're like, it is? It's okay. You don't have to see the magic that I see. I've been doing this for longer, so I kind of know what can happen out of this. But trust me, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great to work with. This is this has really fun texture already. And it just has 3 layers on it. So that's great. That is great. All right, I'm going to flip you over head because I found something that I want to show you that when I was just starting to draw, I found a stack of papers that I started with. And the reason I want to show you is that if you're a beginning artist or you're just not sure where to start, I think this might be kind of inspiring. And so I'm going to show you, it's not a sketchbook, but it's just like it. So let me show you that. And then, yeah, I can't wait to show you. I can't believe I found them actually. So let's start where I'm going to show you where this all started. So I don't know if this will be your jam or not, but I found these at the bottom of a bin that I was cleaning out. I'm in the process of doing a bunch of decluttering, and I was cleaning this bin out, and I thought I had started, when I first started realizing that I wanted to paint or draw, I thought I started on cardstock, but I did not. I think I started with these little drawings. And so they're just on gridded, I think I cut up, these are 3x5 cards, I'm pretty sure, that I cut up, and I drew little shapes and people and flowers. And I had believed my whole life that I didn't know how to draw, that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't capable. And this was me saying, well, wait a minute, maybe I can draw. Maybe I can. And I just love them. I love them so much. I love that I kept them. I love them. And so let me show you some other ones. I'll swoop those away. You know, just shapes. Looks like a bird. Some sort of buffalo. I don't know. Pretty though. Kind of getting used to shapes and space, and you know, everyone has their own personal mark making language, and I think that's what I'm doing here, is exploring my own mark making language. And I love them. I mean, I really, really, really love these, and I'm so glad that I kept them. And you know, I don't know if I'll do anything with them, but I find them super inspiring. And so for anyone who's just starting, or, you know, thinks they need fancy materials, you don't. This is a pen and paper. And then I just, you know, kept going. And so let's see if there's any more on these little, oh, here's another one, some plants. These look blank. Okay, so then I found that I had done this on little tiny squares. So let me sweep these away. And I did these on like little Post-it note squares. Same thing. I'm just exploring marks and shapes. Not committing to a sketchbook because I think I was too intimidated by a sketchbook. It's a flower. And these are just, you know, literally just tiny Post-it notes, like, I don't know, 2x2. Lots of, you know, similar type shapes. There's a deer. Looks like hands. Fish. Some sort of weird fish bird or fish. A lot of fish. A lot of fish. Let's get, there's more. So let me get these up. So this is just to say you don't need fancy materials. You know, Post-it note. There's my chair at my desk, it looks like. Cat. And yes, these are just simple symbols and shapes, but they were the beginning. They were the beginning of me coming back to my artistic self. And I see that what I see here is a person who was tentative, but interested in trying. And I applaud that person. Like, this is amazing. These are so fun. So you could grab yourself a pack of Post-it notes and just get drawing. I have more. There's so many more. I'm also kind of amazed that I kept them, but you know, on some level, I guess I was proud of them or interested in them. I think they're, you know, got some houses. And even the ones that aren't things I really like, you know, that aren't a typical thing. Because I just think like this is such interesting shapes. I could see this, you know, maybe some line work and some of my future work, like pulling these through. Yeah. And this was, remember, I was told and believed that I couldn't draw and couldn't do art. That I, you know, lacked skill. What I lacked was maybe the technique or, oh, I think that's a bird. Let's put it that way. Yeah, well, that's definitely a bird. I lacked, you know, a champion. Maybe I lacked some knowledge or materials, but I certainly didn't lack in creativity. And so either do you. I'm convinced that anyone can draw. You have your own language of mark making. You know, whatever you do with it is up to you, and it's there, it's in you. And I think it's a magical thing that we have. It's part of being human. And so, yeah, isn't that cool? I'm so glad I kept them. I'm so glad I have all this. I think I'd like to do a piece that reflects this. So I think I'm going to use this as source material for something else. Like, look at those birds. Come on. Those birds are amazing. Anyway, yeah, such a cool thing, right? All that to say, whatever you're up to, whether you have a Post-it note or pen, or you are working on a major painting, or you're just, whatever you're doing, I'm just so happy you're here. And I love having you in the studio. And, you know, it's just such an honor to be able to do this. I've met some of you in person now who watch, and gosh, that's kind of amazing. Thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. But I hope that you will get to what you love and then show people, because I actually think that's part of the magic of all of this. And so I'll see you next Sunday.